What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all, first of all, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for sure. But let's get to the topic of sports debate shows. So Mr. Sports Debate Show himself, Skip Bayless, is now looking for a new partner at FS1 Undisputed. As we all know, Shannon Sharp, the Hall of Famer, has made his exit from Undisputed, which leaves Skip looking for somebody who can generate the same type of buzz, generate the same type of acclaim, generate the same type of the same type of interest like Shannon Sharp did, right? Because FS1 Undisputed became much better than ESPN First Take to me, right? And there's no slight to Stephen A. Smith. I think he's a great journalist, a phenomenal journalist. Salute to the brother. But Skip and Shannon, that chemistry, it was fire. As soon as it started, I knew it was going to be successful. The way Shannon Sharp, his charisma, his knowledge of sports beyond the game of football was impressive. He was knowledgeable about a little bit of everything. Again, it had a great, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, he had great vernacular. He could talk about all the things the different stuff his grandmama and his grandfather taught him as a kid and bring it into the show and make it interesting and make it lively. We all know Shannon Sharp's sauce. His charisma cannot be replicated, cannot be duplicated. But they got to find somebody who could keep the ratings high at least. So, Skip Bayless, and people gonna say, some say it would be the humble approach, but shoot, Skip know that this would drive in ratings. Skip goes on his podcast and says that Charles Barkley would be his dream partner for FS1 Undisputed. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, that he would jump out of bed every morning to go and work and debate across from Charles Barkley every single day. Charles Barkley is a man who loathes Skip Bayless. He hates Skip. Has said a lot of crazy stuff about Skip over the years. Clown Skip out on several different occasions. Clown Skip out about Shannon Sharp leaving. So on and so forth for a long time. So it would be must see TV to see two individuals across from each other who have a very contentious relationship, it's a lot of turmoil there, right? And it would make Charles Barkley and Skip Bayless both very rich men. They're already rich, but rich beyond their years. If that was ever to hit airwaves, if that was to hit, not airwaves, but if that was to come across the TV screen, TV program, and Charles debating Skip Bayless, what? This shit would be everywhere. Do I think Charles Barkley is going to do it? No, I don't. One, he's got a 10-year, I forgot how many, mega $1 million deal, from TNT, right? Over there at Turner, someone's on my lip. Over there at Turner, they gave him 10 years. He was threatening to, I know what it was, saying he was going to retire in 2 more years. That was to get that big time deal. He got the big time deal now. I don't see him like lending his time elsewhere because they do 2 shows a week during the NBA season, making all that bread just to be yourself and not. He can kind of be as irresponsible as he wants to be with certain things that he says. Not, of course, he has to not say all type of crazy, ignorant stuff. But Charles can get away with not really watching the game that much. He can say all type of crazy, crash jokes at times, and people love it. I don't know if he want to dedicate himself to watching, paying attention to baseball, football, college basketball, all those different things on a day in, day out basis on Monday through Friday. I don't know if he would like to do that. And I think it's bigger than that. I just really don't think, I think he really hates Skip that much. He don't want to fool with Skip at all, right? We know money talks for sure. I don't think he want to fool with Skip at all, but I know if that was the hit TV, I'm watching that. I'm watching that show every single day. And everybody at home, even people watching this video, y'all gonna watch it too. Even if you don't like Skip, you want to be like, damn, I wonder what Charles gonna say to piss Skip off today. I wonder how the chemistry is gonna be. How is their work relationship gonna be with them, with Charles hating Skip so much, and then Skip saying he's not gonna take any of Charles' bullying. He didn't say bullying, but I'm paraphrasing. But yeah, basically saying he not gonna cower to Charles Barkley anymore. He not gonna let it happen. when Charles said something about him, so on and so forth. So it would be interesting to see. But the reality is, FS1 is struggling to find a partner for Skip Bayless. Is it shocking to me at this point? No, because a lot of the big time individuals, man, Skip has lost a lot of favor with those folks. Let's be for real, man. Skip can be over the top. He can be obnoxious. He can be harsh in criticism. He can be disrespectful at times. He can be egotistical for sure, right? And he left a bad taste in people's mouth with how he disrespected or discredited his partner, the Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp. He discredited Shannon Sharp's career in order to defend Tom Brady, right? The great Tom Brady. But he basically was saying Shannon was jealous of him. Shannon would never be what Tom Brady is, so on and so forth. And Shannon, when he was retired, was the greatest tight end to ever play. 3-time Super Bowl champion and a Hall of Famer. So it was like, what the hell are you doing, Skip? How are you going to throw your man, your guy, your partner, the guy you've been rocking with for at that point, it was nearly 7 years. It was 7 years, I believe, at the time. Throwing him under the bus to prop up Tom Brady, that's crazy, right? Because as much as Shannon Sharp loves LeBron James, right? LeBron, my dog too, he never tried to act like Skip was less than, or his media career was, he never tried to poo-poo his media career in order to prop up Skip Bayless, right? So a lot of people saw that. A lot of people who are revered in the industry and say, I can't work next to that dude. I'm not working across from him. That's some bullshit. I don't like it. And then, Skip, he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way when he left ESPN. You saw it after he left and when LeBron won in 2016. And he was basically clowning LeBron's championship in a way. And a lot of them people at ESPN was letting Skip have it, right? And you saw their true feelings for Skip and how they felt about him, right? I'll say this, man. I don't hate Skip Bayless at all. And it's not a popular thing to say. I don't think Skip Bayless, I don't think he's a person who is a racist individual. I don't hate him. So a lot of people hate him. I don't. I'm a big LeBron James fan, as you can see by the picture, but I understand Skip plays a role for television. He has to keep the show interesting and intriguing. His criticisms of LeBron James, his unfairness to LeBron James is what drives in ratings. People wait to see Skip's reaction when LeBron has letdowns, when he has successes. They run to that show, they run to his social media, his Twitter account to see what he's going to say, to troll him back, or to laugh and agree with him. And it helps with the show, especially when you have somebody like Shannon Sharp who was pro LeBron James. I understand the role he plays in me. I understand it. And I'm not saying anybody else that didn't go to school and get a degree in communications and media. I'm not saying it's not easy for you all to understand too, but I understand it for sure. Being that I wrote for the school newspaper, I had a radio show at school, a TV show at school at Mississippi Valley State University. So I understand the dynamic he plays on television and how it drives in ratings, right? But, I can't be mad at Skip or hate on Skip because he put a lot of black men in position, for real. When Stephen A. Smith got let go from ESPN back in the day, Skip told them only way he would continue to do First Take is if he had Stephen A. Smith sitting across from him. Because he knew what it would bring and the relationship, how their chemistry would translate on television. You're like, y'all got to make Stephen A. Smith my permanent co-host. That's the only way I'm doing it. They said, okay, Skip, we rocking with you. Brought Stephen A. back after Stephen A. was already at ESPN and they let him go, right? And Stephen A. is bigger than he ever was and is the top dollar dude. But I believe it really was, it was matriculated. It was marinated from being a co-host with Skip. Now he's a bigger household name than he ever was, even after he had the show, quite frankly, back in the day. He's bigger than he was back then, right? When Rob Parker got let go from ESPN for the cornball brother comments about RG3, when Skip went to FS1 Undisputed, he had Rob Parker come on the show several times, consistently debating with him. Like, listen, I know what happened at ESPN. They didn't renew your deal. Like, your deal was up. They suspended you and all that. They ain't going to hire you no more for the cornball brother comments. Come on over here on FS1 Undisputed with me and Shannon Sharp, and let's get your name back buzzing and get you back in good graces and good light, right? Shannon Sharp had got let go by CBS. He said, listen, the only way I'm doing this show is if I got Shannon Sharp across from me, because if y'all remember, they had some test runs on FS1, ESPN First Take, right? They said, no, we need somebody who knows all the sports across the board. Shannon may not only know football. Like he said, no, Shannon is a well-versed individual. I need Shannon Sharp or it's a no-go. They didn't want to do it, but they said, okay, Skip, we're going to bring him to you. They brought Shannon Sharp to him. Their show's ratings been off the roof for the last 7 years, right? So Skip gonna be all right. A man as dedicated to his craft as he is, like, the man lives and dies with sports. He said he wouldn't have children because it would take away from his sports debate, his media career. He gonna be all right because he's a great media personality, for sure.